Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Prix Gaming. Today we got a real good show for you guys. We're reviewing Injustice 2. So I'm just gonna put it out. I haven't put this game down since I've gotten it. I've been playing it every single day, like continuously for hours. My wife hates it. My social life has taken a hit. It's been terrible. It's taken over my life, and I'm just happy. All I feel is happiness. Before we dive right in, I'm gonna let everybody know that we're gonna go into story spoilers in this. So if you haven't played the game, I'm gonna let you guys know right before I drop any bombs, so you can skip ahead. But there will be spoilers, just letting you guys know. So Injustice 2 takes place 5 years after the event of the first game. If you haven't played the first game, get the fuck out of here, go play that game, then come back and watch the show. Our heroes are still divided. We still got the regime. We got their starting to see the regime is kind of falling apart. The regime is no longer a thing. Superman's in prison. Wonder Woman and Black Adam are in hiding. Cyborg and Robin are also in prison. They're gone. And the insurgency has basically taken over, and Batman is trying to reinstate the world's government, trying to bring everything back to how it was. Even though he is himself walking an ethical tightrope, much like Superman did. Even though Superman kind of took the leap and became a murderous psychopath, Batman is not with murdering, but he's spying on everybody. He's got this system called Brother Eye, which, if you read the comic books, is bad. He's muy malo, no bueno, and he's kind of spying on the world, which is wrong. I don't know. It's definitely, I don't know what's more wrong: spying on the world or just straight up murdering people because let's go murder people like Superman. Brainiac shows up and it's just like, hey, there's a Kryptonian here. So I'm gonna kill him, and we have our story. That's it. So it sounds really simplistic, and it is really simplistic, but it really does a good job of it. I don't want to say pushing the boundaries, because it doesn't break any barriers. It doesn't break any new ground when it comes to the moral dilemma of being a superhero. If there's one thing that this game really benefits from when it comes to the story, is the fact that the doppelgangers are gone. In the first game, you got, two Batmans, two Supermans, two Green Arrows, two Green Lanterns. Like, you got, those doppelgangers all over the place. They don't ignore the doppelgangers. They're not in it. They're not in it almost ever, unless you're playing, like, the multiverse or online. Now, the story mode does offer replayability because it has 2 alternate endings, and throughout the game, you'll go into, like, these team chapters where you'll be playing as 2 different characters, and you get to pick which character gets to do a certain fight. And depending on what fights you pick, with certain characters, you get different dialogues, different things kind of change very slightly, but the story very much, there's no big differentiation. There's no big difference until you reach the end. The last choice you make in the game, the last character you choose to play as, whether it be Superman or Batman, there's giant changes to the end of the game, which, again, we're going to go into spoilers in 3, 2, 1. You're in spoiler territory. Good luck. There are 2 endings in this game. You get one, if you play as Batman, you basically depower Superman with gold kryptonite and you just chuck him into the Phantom Zone. But then if you choose Superman ending, on the other hand, Superman decides not to kill Batman, and he decides to merge with Brainiac's ship, taking over the entire world, brain wiping everybody, essentially, just mind controlling everyone, including Batman. I liked the idea of 2 endings. I don't know which one the true ending is. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. But I don't know what the true ending is. But I do want to say that as much as I do not want to see Superman win and Batman be the puppet of this super dickhead, I think if they go with the Batman storyline as the official ending, it doesn't do anything for the story. It just puts us right where we started. So let's get into the meat of the game, the gameplay. Woo. So the fighting mechanics in this, they are smoother, they are faster, they are more agile than they have ever been. In the first Injustice, I felt like a lot of the players, specifically Green Lantern, was really sluggish. All the characters didn't move as smoothly as you would like them to. The combo system has also been improved. It's so much easier because, like I said before, you're moving a little faster, but the way they integrate the bounces in there, it's so easy, especially with Batman, to keep a combo going. because you get a combo in there, you bounce them off the wall, you jump, you keep going. It's so satisfying. If you've played Injustice: Gods Among Us, it's going to be really easy for you to get back into this game. All the characters play much like they did before, with some minor tweaks that really come and bring the game forward. Batman and the Flash are bar none my favorite characters in the game. They are the easiest to play with, in my opinion. Flash being a little harder than Batman. Batman's combos are pretty simple to understand, but for me, who's not a pro player, I'm very casual player. Yeah, Batman and the Flash are my two favorite characters. Another thing that Injustice 2 decided to introduce this time around was the idea of a gear system. Now, a gear system that I didn't think initially that would be a good idea. I didn't see the place for it in a fighting game, but now having played this game and collecting as much gear as I've collected, I can tell you that this is now the new gold standard mode for fighting games. Every fighting game from here on out should have a gear system. This is so smart, and it gives you a reason to keep playing. One of the things about the gear system is, like an RPG, some gear provides buffs. They provide certain buffs to your character. They increase defense, agility, strength. It might, make your character a little faster. Another thing that the gear system helped introduce was the idea of premier skins. Premier skins are such a smart new addition as well, because it gives you the chance to play as characters you wouldn't normally get to play, for reasons like, they're just cloned to other fighting styles. With the first Injustice game, if they had premier skins at the time, you could have had Robin, you could have had Batgirl be just a premier skin for Batman. That would have been cool. Now, there's one thing that the gear system, it's a little, I don't want to say it's false advertising, because it's not, but Injustice 2, their tagline is every battle defines you. Every battle does not define you in this game. You can go on playing a couple rounds without seeing any gear being dropped. It's not that it's rare to get gear. You get gear pretty easily, but it's not after every single battle. Like when I was playing the beta and I was playing that online, you would get gear after every single battle, at least one piece of gear. In this, it's like every couple battles if you're playing online, if you're playing in the multiverse mode. So gear is mostly found two different ways: through the online portions of the game and through the multiverse mode. Now, the multiverse mode works a lot like Mortal Kombat's towers. It's just different events that appear. They're all timed, and they're ranked by a certain level of difficulty. And you go in there and you have certain towers. There's a bunch of towers in each of these events. And if you finish all the towers, you get epic gear, or, you get coins. There's prizes for these things. Now, just like MKX, there's some modifiers in these towers, and some of them are pretty hit or miss. For example, there's one where the camera turns, and it's just like, it gives me a headache every time. There's another one where they're throwing ice rockets down, so you're constantly getting frozen. You can barely get a move in because you get frozen every 5 seconds. I can't. It's annoying. It's really annoying. Like I said, this is where most of your time in Injustice 2 will be spent once you finish the story mode. It's going to be basically the multiverse mode for the rest of the time. And it's really fun. I would like there to be maybe some story elements. I know I'm probably asking for too much. Give us some cutscenes. I don't know. I know it's probably asking for a lot, but I would like to see that in the future, because this is such a rich world, and I would really like to know what other characters are doing. All right, now the online. The online is split up into two sections: ranked mode and player matches. So the player matches, your gear can be used as long as both characters agree that they want competitive mode to be on. If you play the ranked matches, though, it's the opposite. If you play the ranked matches, there is no gear buffs. It's just straight up good old fashioned brawling. I had a good time with the online portions of this game. I'm more of a solo player. I'm not a big online person, so online isn't a feature that I really look for. But I did get a chance to play some of it, and it's fun. The ranked matches, I played more of the ranked matches just because I felt like some of the gear that I had for the characters I was playing as wasn't up to snuff, and I wanted to play competitively, so I was asking for an ass whooping constantly, because I was turning on competitive mode, and then people with crazy good gear would kick the shit out of me. So it's just like, hello darkness, my old friend. There is one thing that has been a little controversial about this game. Microtransactions are back. And they aren't game breaking. I'm gonna make that clear. They're definitely not game breaking by any means. There's nobody out there that's gonna be able to pay to win to kick your ass online. It's just it's not like that. So anybody who's telling you it's pay to win, oh they copped out, what a bunch of bastards. No, it's not that bad. They're tripping. Like it's not that bad. Anything in the game that you want can be attained without spending any kind of real world money. But they're pretty much locked unless you're gonna grind for hours. Some of the premier skins and shaders are pretty difficult to get unless you're gonna straight up just pay the money for it. Again, you don't have to, but you know, they make it pretty hard for you to get all the shaders and get all the premier skins if you're not gonna throw them a little more coin. So that is kind of annoying, but I mean, like I said, there are ways to get around and just grind your way through and get everything in the game without spending an extra dime. So anybody who tells you that this is blatant, just they're trying to rip money out of you, they're not 100% wrong, but I mean, it's not as heartless as everybody thinks. When I played the game, when I turned it on, the first thing I did was not play story mode. The first thing I did was play like a single fight between Blue Beetle and a bunch of other characters, because Blue Beetle was my man when I was playing it in beta. But I noticed that Brainiac was in the far right corner and he was locked, and it said you had to purchase Brainiac. And I was like, well, what the fuck? I bought the Ultimate Edition of this game. I should have Brainiac. But it says if I want to buy him, it's going to cost me some money. And I look in there and yeah, it cost me some money if I was going to buy him. So I didn't buy him. I'm like, fuck it, I don't need Brainiac. It's one character, I don't need Brainiac. So I went and played the story, and at the end of the story, guess what happened? I unlocked Brainiac. Do you not see the fuckery in there? The blatant fuckery? There's gonna be some kid or some stupid adult, someone's gonna make the mistake of buying Brainiac because they didn't know they can just beat the story and then get Brainiac later for free. It's really shady to do that. I think they know what people are gonna do. I think putting that there is like some stupid kid is gonna come and buy this and we're gonna make a little extra money. And when I saw that, I was like, that's shifty. I don't like that. Now, lastly, I want to talk about is the visuals and the graphics in this, just a presentation in general in this game is spot on, beautiful. I mean, there are times in this game where the facial animations and the expressions border on photorealism. Like, they are ridiculously beautiful, especially Harley Quinn. Like, just when she's chewing gum, I was like, man, it looks so good. So all in all, Injustice 2 is a badass mamma jamma of a game. It is amazing. It earns a 9 out of 10. And it is the best fighting game that I've seen on the current generation of consoles. And it's gonna be one of the best fighting games of all time. It should go down in history as one of the best fighting games of all time. I had a good time doing this. Let me know what you guys thought of the game down below. Let me know what you guys thought about the review down in the comments below. And remember to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And we here at the Cinema Prix and Prix Gaming will see you guys next time. Bye. But get out of here. Go home.